Hey everyone, this is Gimbalabs Mesh Live Coding. We meet at 14:30 every week on Tuesdays to do some Mesh Live Coding, and today we'll be discussing the Hydra provider. So Mesh provides some Hydra functionality to run Hydra nodes. So we'll be discussing that, and today Emmanuel will be leading the session. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you so much, Asha, for that intro. So basically, today we would be taking our building of transaction on Mesh and giving ourselves a bit of diversion to building on Hydra, like basically transaction building on Hydra. The thing about Hydra is basically an isomorphic protocol or a state channel. Basically, when I mean like isomorphic, whatever thing you can do on the Cardano layer one is also replicable on the layer two, which is Hydra. All right, like Hydra is a layer two solution basically built for fast transaction and fast transaction. And the thing behind Hydra specifically was to sacrifice the was to make the sacrifice of decentralization for fast transactions, like build high throughput application with the layer two. That's basically it. So we are basically sacrificing the decentralized parts of the Cardano node and all of those things to a centralized version, whereby in a state channel form, in a state channel format, when I mean like a state channel, for example, right, like 2 to like maybe 10 nodes just open and they start communicating to each other, making transitions of UTXOs and making and basically the consensus behind Hydra is the multi-signature. Like all right, like these nodes talking to each other, they are just signing each and every transactions by themselves in as much as they trust each other. All right. That's why Hydra nodes operators, they would have to trust each other that you are not going to like screw me, or you're not going to fuck, or you're not going to like cheat me while we are making participation to
So I
this
have a small question,
transaction.
Emmanuel. So when
Yeah.
you're saying Hydra nodes,
Yeah.
so like different Hydra nodes communicate with each other, is that what's happening? Or is there one Hydra node that communicates with the main Cardano blockchain and that's it? Is there like a bunch of nodes that are communicating with each other just like Cardano?
Yep. So the thing about Hydra is per participant is per node. All right. So right
A
now, if
participant
I'm
is what?
to
What
start,
again?
per participant is per node. Like for example, right now, if I'm to start, I want to start making transactions through Hydra, I would have to own, like I would have to have a control of a Hydra node to myself. All
Oh,
right.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same as for example, so that's why like without wasting much of our time, I think I have oh, I'm opening my Discord. I wanted to open Docker. So yeah, um I have an instance of a Docker image already created before. And basically if you like want to give yourself a trial, I think um a quick hands-on experience with Hydra. I would oh no, so, okay. Mm, yeah. So a quick hands-on experience on Hydra. You would have to go to this manual here. I think I'll be going to their GitHub. So like this is the documentation. Like I think most of the things you'll be needing is here.
Mm-hmm.
Except from the API that's, the API package. For example, right now, the API packages are like the API endpoints are being they are being this is the it's common API uh um I mean okay let's see. So this endpoint, I think this is the page that is yeah. So these API endpoints are just what we have to use with Hydra, like in mesh, basically, to form everything in, like to make it connect to the Hydra node in a WebSocket instance. So yeah, if you want, I think the demo. So you can just check on the demo right here if you want to like start, just to feel how Hydra is done. And I think the documentations is here.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. But this demo right here is on a DevNet. I don't think you are spreading any real ADA to run all of this. But the one I also have the image on right here, which is the Cardano node. You would see, okay, so right now back to the question Asha asked. Um, the as we can see here, we have I don't know if it's visible enough.
It is visible.
All right. We have Hydra node 1 and Hydra node 2, and we can continue to, create multiple Hydra nodes like that. I think right now there's still like a limitation to the number of Hydra nodes that can communicate, that can talk to each other. I think it's around 8 or something. But right now we are just using two Hydra nodes to communicate to each other. And Hydra node um must work, like it must, before you can get your Hydra node running, there must be a way you are communicating to the Cardano node, either using maybe Unix socket, which is what I'm using right now, or maybe TCP and other versions, another networking, communication, all of those things. So we have two Hydra node and a Cardano node. So Hydra node must before Hydra node must start running, there must be a Cardano node, and that is why we're having a Cardano node right here. Um, yeah, so let me see if I can get that
So I
running.
have one more question. You said there's a limitation of
Yeah,
8 nodes, right? That means only 8 people can participate at a time. Is that right?
yes, yes. Though I'm not really sure of the current development of Hydra right now.
Okay, okay.
But yes, but I think there is still a limitation to the amount of nodes that could be connected together. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah.
everyone that is
So
participating has to run a node, right? There's no I can participate without a node, correct?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So basically, these are the server endpoint. No, sorry, the API endpoints. I should go to the mesh Hydra. Um, come on now. Oh, God, yeah. So if you should see here, I don't want to like get into like the deep thing that is really really happening behind the scene where we start connecting. But basically what we are just doing is we are just create what Mesh is doing right now is just to Mesh is just for example right now if you should see this new TX right here, new TX, which is submit a transaction through Hydra and all of these things. It is this is the endpoint right here. Um, yeah, so new TX, all of these schemas, we have to follow them and transactions, snapshots, everything basically.
And this is all just for
Yeah,
the setup,
so
right? Are we, this is all just like boilerplate setup stuff, or is this like
no,
specific to something?
no, this is the package itself, like the
Okay.
package itself, the mesh package that exposes the API endpoints, this API endpoints
Okay. Okay.
that allows you to make everything happen in TypeScript, basically.
Okay. 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 Got it.
Yes,
Got it.
yes. And it uses I think you can use HTTP and WebSockets. Let me see. Yeah, you can use your HTTP and you can also use your WebSockets. So basically, Mesh is using WebSockets under the hood. If you should come to the connection here, where is it? Yeah, so we are basically using the WebSockets from isomorphic WebSockets package and all those things. But yeah, let's take ourselves from the boring stuffs. Let me create a new file. Okay, first thing first, we need to make this Cardano node running and these two Hydra nodes. All right, though I think I have some dumped transaction, like a state actually, like a state already made with these two
Mm-hmm.
Hydra nodes. And I'm not sure of what's actually happening with those states. Let I just want to stop sharing a bit. I'll
Yeah. Yeah.
come
Go
back.
for it.
Like, yeah. Um, uh, comment. Mm, mm, mm. I'm trying to look for the Docker keywords I already wrote while I was trying to do the dev sheets. Um, uh, I must have it somewhere. All right. Yeah. Let me start sharing again. Yeah. So let's see. Uh, okay. So yeah. So I'm going to let me try running this Cardano node and so I run it. So let me open my terminal. Let me do it from terminal. And I'll be needing this file mesh Hydra tutorial. Uh, okay. Not this one. Mhm. Mm. Okay. So I'll be needing to delete my um yeah, I need to delete this. All right. I think I could just start it from here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see the so I'll be going to Um, Let me look at the logs of my Cardano node. It's still trying to sync to the blockchain. I think it's been
So
a while.
tell me one thing, Emmanuel. So you are
Yeah.
running like a Hydra node, right? So how does it connect to the Cardano node? Like which Cardano node is it connecting to, and how is that happening? Because you're not like where is the
Yes.
connection happening exactly?
Yes, yes. Yeah, thank you so much. Like, yeah, actually, I forgot to show this. This is actually this Docker compose.yaml file is the one that is actually making the two Hydra nodes to connect to the Cardano node. As I've said, the Cardano node, the Hydra node is connected to the Cardano node through my local network socket.
Oh, are you
Uh,
running like a Cardano node as well on the side?
yeah, I'm just starting the Cardano node right now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, so this is
Yeah,
the regular
locally.
Cardano node, and the Hydra
Yes,
node is
yes.
connecting to your Cardano node. Okay, okay, makes sense, makes sense.
Yes, yes. This is the this two Hydra nodes, and the Cardano node is still trying to like come up. You can see it here. If the Cardano node does not sync to the blockchain like 99.9%, those
Mhm.
these two Hydra node are not going to get running.
I see, I see. So
Yeah.
in that case, you don't necessarily have to run your own node, right? Even if I connect to a node like from a third party service, my Hydra node can still run, correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay, okay.
yes. In as much as you just have a way to submit your transaction to layer one and to fetch data from layer one, which is
Mhm.
you can, yeah, as you can see, I defined the where is it? Uh, the ports of Cardano. Um,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
I
see
see the ports.
it will need the Cardano verification key and ledger protocol params. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is the node socket. This node socket key is basically the Cardano node socket, which is the Unix socket
Yep, yep.
I'm using locally. Yeah. So uh yeah, we are still waiting for our Cardano node to sync. Let me check. Let me look at the to finish sync. Let me look at the well it's let me see if let's query it. Mhm. Oh, oh, okay. Let me do it from the Docker directly since my terminal is not responding.
Yep,
Uh,
yep.
yeah. Okay, the terminal is back up. Okay, so let me do this. Let's see. Docker, Docker CLI creative testnet magic one. Let me check this out. Oh no. Uh, trying to check. I mean, let me see if it's inside Docker. I need to copy this like this.
Yeah, does not exist. So maybe the
That's
socket path is the problem. I don't know.
uh oh, I mean, it's been a while I actually did this, but let me see. Okay, let me see this.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, like been a while. Like comment. Let me see.
I
Uh,
mean, if you want to like just like uh, get prepared for this next week and like do this next week, that's also fine, Emmanuel.
no, 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 no. Like I feel like it's still actually sinking. That's why we've not
Yeah,
gotten
yeah.
the Hydra notes running. Okay,
Yep.
you know why the Cardano node is starting up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me create a new how should we do this? Yeah. Should I create like a new folder of Hydra or I don't
I guess.
yeah.
Do you have any ideas, Andrew? Like, how do we put Hydra in our
Yeah,
current repo?
yeah. I think we should even discuss about the
Um, Mesh backend.
No, I think that's fine.
management
I
of
think that's
the
all that Manuel have been working in the back end folder, so it's not touching the app. So I think that's fine if he wants to put it in there. It's not.
Oh, so as long as it's not in the app, it should be fine, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay, cool, cool.
it's the best place to put it there.
Yep, yep. And what all
yeah.
things go into the
So,
Hydra folder that you created, Emmanuel?
sorry, what did you say?
So you created the Hydra folder in the source, right? Like what all things go into the Hydra folder?
Um, it's just about what we want to do right now. This testing just to create one or two transactions. To query the Hydra balance.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just write it there. Um,
So, Emmanuel, can we do two things at least today? One is to
yeah,
send some ADA, test ADA from the testnet to Hydra, and two is checking the Hydra balance. Can we do these both?
yeah, but okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can see our two Hydra nodes is now
Okay.
up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And they're
it's now up,
connected to the Cardano node. Okay,
and they are
perfect.
connected to the Cardano node.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So this okay, yeah. Deposit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, on this note right here, the stages to Hydra is actually like there are stages, right? Like there are steps to um making Hydra work actually. But the initial state is I'm trying to look for that docs. Uh okay, let's me okay. Okay, I think it's actually here. So you can see the initial state is actually like imagine okay, we have a Hydra node, two Hydra node or three Hydra nodes, they are very, very empty with no ADA. Um, the Lovelace or the ADA has to come from somewhere, which is from the Cardano layer one, right?
Yes.
So yes, and it is also that's why like Hydra, for example, right now, it is also like advisable not to like mint on Hydra itself, like on the Hydra node itself, because like you are just creating that token from nowhere. Where
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like if you're trying to submit it back to Cardano layer one won't recognize that
It's
token.
15 hours.
All right, yeah. So Cardano layer one won't actually recognize that token once And that's the problem will actually, it's not that you can't mint, like I can actually mint on Hydra, for example, like I can mint, but the problem comes when you would want to like close the Hydra head and say, okay,
Mm.
I and Asha, we are done with sending transactions to each other. We now want to make the Cardano layer, I want to like be as a proof to say, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
actually implemented this transaction. So Cardano layer one is going to be like, oh, this token, I can't find it on my database parts. Then where do you get it from? Then you would find it difficult to close the Hydra head, and all of your UTX and everything becomes stuck. And it's like,
Yeah,
but
yeah. That makes sense. That makes perfect
except you
sense.
just find a
Uh-huh.
way you can burn those tokens in the Hydra head. Um, Yep. So if you can burn those tokens in the Hydra before actually making submission to Cardano layer one, yeah, that's going to be good.
Okay,
So
okay.
right now, the steps to making Hydra. So imagine two Hydra nodes right now. As I've said earlier on,
Mm-hmm.
I've committed, I've committed Lovelace, I've committed Ada from Cardano layer one to this two Hydra node because I remember like the last time I was doing it, I think there were some transactions going on. But imagine right now that these two Hydra nodes, there were nothing going on. We just have another open Hydra node. In fact, let me see if okay, let me just continue for now. Like these two Hydra nodes. So the first step we would be having is we would have to like initialize we'll be having um okay, I think I would need to just show it instead of talking. Okay, so on this Hydra backend TX, let me go to it, and I'm going to npm install at mesh SDKs slash Hydra not latest. So mm, I don't know how much time that will take, but let me see.
And also one other connecting question. So the wallet we
Yeah.
use for regular Cardano, do we use the same wallet for Hydra as well? Like if I have some assets on the Hydra node, will they show up in my regular wallet, like whether it be pre-prod or mainnet?
The moment how that would actually show is until you commit the is until you make a commit of that UTXO particularly to Hydra itself. Right, that's why like okay. Actually, there are two types of commits to Hydra coming. Yeah, so let me say um mm, let me see how I can get that URL. Oh, I think it's just localhost. 4,000. I think 1,001. And okay, for example, right now I can just say okay, um mm, forgotten this. Oh, yeah. So let me instantiate my
Mm-hmm.
provider,
Yeah.
Hydra provider like so. I'm going to give it okay. At this point, I think I would have to use the docs. I actually did all of this, but I've forgotten
Yeah,
now.
might as well, right? Like we'll
Yeah,
also know how to use it.
yeah. So yeah. So we've done the installation. So the next step is to do this. Um, we would instantiate the Hydra provider class from mesh like this, and that's what I'm currently doing. HTTP. Yeah, I'm not sure if this link is actually correct. Yeah, yeah, like so. Yeah, so the next step is to connect to Hydra head and send transaction. So we are just, this is how we will just be connecting to Hydra head. So let's see. New Hydra provider. Okay. HTTP URL, and I'm going to do dot URL. So let's see what we are going to have. Provider dot connect. Yeah, like so. I need to put the await. Yeah, so let's see what should be admin. So how can I run this file? Index, sorry. Source slash Hydra slash test slash index. Um,
Yeah, so maybe if your index.ts, is that the main index file? What is this index.ts? Is this a separate
oh, yeah.
index.ts?
Let's do it now. Oh, why is it getting um it's what we happening? Mesh backend TX. Uh, oh, I was using the start script. So let me just use the start script like that.
Yeah.
All right. We have the Hydra node connected. But let's see the message that we should be getting from our Hydra node. All right. So basically, this is what Mesh is actually doing. Mesh is just is just providing a package that is giving us access to these APIs we have right here.
Mm-hmm.
This APIs right here. So yeah.
Are they
So
Hydra APIs or are they on the mesh APIs that connect with Hydra APIs?
sorry, was that a question? Sorry.
Yes.
So
I didn't get.
the question was like, are these directly mesh provided APIs or is mesh wrapping around Hydra provided APIs?
Mesh is just wrapping around the Hydra APIs that would allow you to use
Okay.
TypeScript to connect to it.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, we could also try something like this in Go or any other language, like just to make it accessible for developers. Yeah, so after connecting, so we need to let's see the message from Hydra. Let me just copy and I'm going to paste console.log Hydra message and message. All right, and we will be seeing that I have some bunch of UTXOs already. Okay, it's still initializing. Um, oh, okay. So Ed is initializing, which is let me see. Okay. So add initializing. I'm trying to look for the setup on message. Yeah. So the init keyword. Had it been we are not in this initializing I add status of initializing states, we would be using the this await provider dots init. This would make initialize the Hydra when status is idle. All right. But we are already at the initialization state. Though it would have been nice to actually show everything from scratch. But yeah, provider dots init. So the next thing is to submit a transaction to the Hydra. The transaction is really broadcasted. I'm trying to see. So I think the next step is to
Send
commit. I
some.
think we'll be going with, yes, to send some funds to it.
Yeah.
So we would have an open Hydra, right? So we should see here. After init, we can also abort. Okay, for example, right now, I can try to abort. Let me see.
So if you abort, that means you're closing the Hydra head permanently and all the value will go back to the mainnet, to the Cardano layer 1.
What value? You didn't even send
No,
any value.
basically, the state is at this initializes is at this initializing stage. Once the head is open, you are not allowed to abort again. So this abort right now, if I should make it abort, like if I should abort the head, it's going to just take us to where was the former, it's just going to take us to a normal I do Hydra nodes.
I do Hydra. What is I do Hydra? What did you say?
Like the
What?
status is going to be I do. Let me just quickly do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's that. Yeah, let me do that. So let me.
And also, Tevo. So this is a Hydra head that Emmanuel already, I think, sent funds to previously. That's why I said there might be it'll go back to the layer 1.
Oh, how it can be then initializing state?
I don't know. That's what I tried to figure out.
I think it's because it's a WebSocket. What he's trying to do there is just you have to open the WebSocket connection up, but then you also have to close it when you're finished using it.
Oh, so
It's not like a REST connection where we send like get or update or delete or post requests. It connects differently. I mean, I'm no expert on WebSockets, but it's like an open TCP connection that you can
Uh,
communicate two-way. So if you think of it like Hydra,
yes.
like a server, then it can your client, which is what
mhm.
it's building there, can communicate with it two-way, so they'll talk to each other. I think
So it's like a stream.
Yep.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
So the WebSocket is basically connecting the Hydra node to the layer 1, right? Or is it like a connection between internal Hydra nodes?
that's a good question.
Uh, Yeah, the WebSocket is just connecting to the Hydra node specifically. Like it has nothing. Basically, this API endpoints can't connect to the Cardano node. Fan outs. Cardano node has nothing to do with fan outs. Contest and all of these things.
Oh, this is
This
all internal
endpoint,
Hydra node stuff.
they are
Okay.
just for Hydra nodes alone.
Okay. Okay.
What Cardano node understand is basically the Plutus version of what the API of send the transaction, output, inputs, UTXOs.
Oh, but isn't that the same with the Hydra node? Like Hydra node also has UTXOs, inputs and outputs, no? Or
Yes, yes. So yeah, that's why like Cardano node is just bound to that aspect only.
okay,
Um
okay.
yeah.
And so
I'm
Hydra has like a couple of extra things, in addition to
yes,
like the regular UTXOs and stuff like that. Okay.
yes, yes. Um I'm even trying to like abort, but it keeps telling me that
Yeah, so one small question. What does abort mean, Emmanuel, technically speaking? What are we aborting?
you can see from this TypeScript docs abort a head before it is opened. This can only be done before all participants have committed.
Oh, so this is just like saying, oh, I made a mistake, I want to stop it.
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
I don't want to open this head. I initialized maybe mistakenly or something. I don't want to open the head and I abort.
Okay,
Um
okay, makes sense.
but it keeps throwing me error.
Did
Failed
you
to
already
abort.
commit something? No, right?
That's what I think. I'm not sure. Let me check on the to the second node.
Yeah.
Both they are both in they are both at initializing stage. Um
Okay.
but regardless, let me just I think we should just continue. Um this one here, let me change it back to one.
Okay.
And I should have so let me quickly commit deposit from Cardano layer 1 to layer 2. It's basically called commit. And to do that, I'll be using the Hydra instance.
So every new Hydra instance is like new Hydra node. What is a new Hydra instance technically?
No, Hydra instance is just another class in mesh package that allows you to perform some like um specific
Oh, it's like a
that
transaction
allows
builder,
you
is
to
it?
access some different methods apart from the ones associated with the providers.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I think this one has the provider. Going to pass in the Hydra provider like so, and it will also require the fetcher and the submitter. I think I have blockchain provider, but I'll be needing. This is actually like I was actually trying to like force this, but I don't think we'll be getting past because this wallets of the thing common. So basically the way I have instantiated it like this, I am now going to say const commit tx equals to um like we could commit empty UTX. So let me see what we would have. Basically, I forgot
Oh, so you can
the
commit
actual thing is
like,
like
so you can commit without even having any information, like no UTXOs, nothing, you can still commit.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
But the actual thing is, to be honest, I forgot the state of these two Hydra nodes. I just remember that I abandoned it because I was facing one or two bugs. Like I the my like the last my last state of thinking about this Hydra node was just to format everything off and just to start all over again. But let's see what our commit empty is going to give us.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay,
Oh, beautiful.
I'll need to sign. Let me check the docs. Let me check our docs.
Yeah,
There are
yeah.
some
I'm
things.
curious. How do you even sign like a Hydra
Yeah,
transaction?
it's actually same thing. Like it's actually the same thing.
Oh, so you have like
Um,
a wallet, like a regular like Cardano wallet that you sign with, or is this a separate Hydra wallet? Is it a different thing?
it's same as your Cardano wallet.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So let me see. Providers, Hydra. uh, instance, commit empty. Okay, I'll need to sign it like this. Let me just copy it like this. Let me take this one away because I already have its
Yeah.
wallet. Uh, wallet library. Wallet. Let me import that. I mean, maybe we can even maybe we would continue the session next week.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
yeah, because right now once we are done connecting, I'll need to like access my wallet. But let's see. So if I should come like this, though I'm not sure of the wallet I have here. You know, this wallet we were using it for the builders first, and it's actually on mainnet.
Oh,
Um,
that's the mainnet wallet. Oh, then be careful.
yeah, you can see the network is one, but I think regardless, since I'm not even commenting any UTX, so I think it should still work. But let's
Okay.
test it out.
But but the node that you're running is also a mainnet node.
Yeah. Um. Come.
Or maybe it has nothing to do with the node because you're not committing to the layer one. So maybe it's just like an internal thing.
Yeah. Uh, signature agent transaction in a non-partial call. Let me check. Transaction in a non-partial call. Okay. I think we just need to submit this. Um.
Oh, so you can submit it without signing. Oh, what is the
Oh, insufficient collateralizing. So. Let me quickly see if let me just stop sharing. Let me change my wallet.
yeah.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not. Still same thing. Insufficient collateral, UTXO, no collateral inputs, blah blah blah. Um, I feel like it would actually make sense for me to restart this node right here. Like,
Go for it. Like because I have no idea what's going on. So you're the only one who knows.
yeah, for example, right now you have a node operator, Hydra node operator, and they could just easily restart your node.
So
But
maybe
yeah,
next week, me or Andrew can try out like starting like some of these Hydra nodes and stuff like that, and see if we are getting stuck anywhere.
yeah. Let me see. Um, I mean, or let me try to commit funds. But I'll need to query this address right here. Like, uh, it's actually like a lot of steps. Like, maybe we'll continue this next week.
Sure, sure. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We can. I'll also
yeah,
read about Hydra for next week and be prepared.
yeah, yeah. Like I would, get prepared more next week. We
Yeah,
we
yeah, for
just we
sure,
just
for
talk
sure.
about, okay, yeah, should we just take on Hydra or something? And this two node state, I'm very, very uncertain about what has been going on before I actually dumped these two nodes right here. Um, yeah. Next week, I'm going to like showcase basically all of the basic things you could do on Hydra, how you can commit script UTXOs. There are different, committing the normal pub key hash, your normal wallet address UTXO is different from the way you would commit the script UTXOs, which you would need where is it? The commit blueprints is basically what you need, TX hash and all of these things, and you pass in your Hydra transaction. So yeah, basically next week, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, for sure.
yeah, I hope to,
Yeah,
and
yeah, we
like
will we'll be
this,
prepared.
yeah,
We'll be more prepared next week. It's all good.
yes, yes, yes,
Maybe like Tivo, do you want to like take another 15-20
yes,
minutes and like show
yes.
us what you have?
Let's
Yeah,
stop sharing
Can,
now. Thank
can
you,
I
guys.
just ask a question, Emmanuel? You might be able to, I don't know if you'd be able to answer this, but on
Yeah,
the Hydra mainnet,
yeah,
I don't know if it's live yet. Is there
yeah. It's like,
who's actually going to be hosting the nodes? Do you have any idea?
um, sorry, I did not get that question again, but
Who, who's going to be hosting the Hydra head nodes on mainnet?
it's actually this was actually the question. Yeah, so I think it's actually the organization that are interested in running the Hydra service. Um, because it was part of the question I asked what's this called, Samuel at the CAT Summit about
Yeah, yeah,
the
Samuel
distribution of
Hogan.
Hydra.
Okay.
Samuel led us.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Samuel Leathers, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a second.
yeah,
So you are not running your own node for a Hydra head. You are using somewhat, so all the Hydra nodes are communicating with each other.
I am actually running my own node. Like, you would have to actually run your own node for you to make use of Hydra as it is presently.
Yeah.
Currently
Okay.
I think the open endpoints that would allow you to access Hydra node, I think um they are like, I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure of this developers community that are basically focused on building on Hydra, on Cardano. Like, you could like have access to maybe two or three endpoints of Hydra node just for testing. But basically, Andrew's question was, you would have to actually run your Hydra node, because as I've said, something like, or except like there's a trusted party that is running that node, and you would know that, okay, I trust this organization. They can't get away with my funds. They can't just close up the Hydra node and say, okay, we don't want you to make any transaction again. Um, yeah, yeah, and I think like that's like the centralization part of the Hydra itself.
It's input.
For example,
Yeah, like if Samuel Leathers, I think he's input output, isn't he? IOHK.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So someone was like, um, that's like the centralization, except there is a trusted node operator. For example, right now, maybe we are allowing the SPOs to run Hydra node as a side, as a side as a side service to the Cardano node validator and all of those things. And yeah, so it's just I think it will take some reverse engineering from Cardano node itself and rewarding these Hydra node operators, incentivizing them and yeah, so basically right now the mainnet of Hydra node there's only 477 in that locked and 97 nets open. But if we should go to the pre-pro, you can see the amount of testing going on and same as preview. Um, so Andrew, I don't know if it makes sense or
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yep. Yep.
yeah, yeah, it's just like maybe you're sacrificing centralization just to make transaction fast or something like that.
You're
Yeah.
sacrificing decentralization.
Centralization. Yeah, you're sacrificing decentralization.
It's built
Yeah.
for transactions, isn't it? It's when they do the events and they have the vending machine. That's kind of what it is. It's built for micro transactions, but a lot of them.
So yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead. No, so I have one more question about like smart contracts, right? How do we work with smart contracts on Hydra? Like, what does it mean to work with smart contracts on Hydra?
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and that was like the Asteria, the Hydra Asteria thing down the one I built.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes like yeah, you're actually taking the whole UTXO from layer one to the script UTXO from layer one to layer two. Like you're just moving it from layer one to layer two. Um,
Oh, the
yeah.
UTXO that is in the script address, you are moving it to the layer two. How so? But that means you're spending the UTXO from the script address, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Um,
If you do, then
yeah.
you use layer one transaction fees.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you're spending, say for example, it's a spending script, right? That means there's a mainnet script address in which there is a UTXO, and to spend that
Yeah.
UTXO, you'll have to follow the logic in the script. But if I have
Yes.
to move that UTXO to the Hydra node, like what does that even mean, right? Because I'm spending that. If I'm committing like a UTXO to the Hydra node, would it be considered as me spending that UTXO?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, actually. Because
To me, I've
you know,
understood that you're kind of locking your layer one rewards in order
I
to represent them in layer two.
yeah, like I actually understand Asha's question, like basically because there are some um UTXO, there are some script UTXO transaction that would take you a whole lot of lines of code just for you to spend it and trying to now commit them to layer two. Yeah, so I feel like in that case you would have to create the script itself from Hydra itself. Like you would have to create the UTXO
Oh, I
from
see. So
Hydra
you
itself.
create the script in Hydra and then lock it inside of Hydra. And then when you
Yes,
unlock it, you can but if you create the script inside of Hydra, oh, so you create a script and commit it. Okay, okay. I think I got it. I got it. I think
yes.
I have it
Just for
right.
example, we have just a normal UTX, so like so that would be nice to actually, but we have just a normal UTX, so it's just to say, okay, I have 1,000 ADA already in my wallet, and all I just want to use this 1,000 ADA for is just to perform scripts, transactions, and you can just lock it in Hydra itself. But mind you, in as much as you've already moved those, um, that UTX, so you've taken it from layer one and it's already in Hydra layer two. Once you
Mm-hmm.
perform transaction in the Hydra layer two, it won't like you perform a transaction to the script address on
Mm-hmm.
Hydra, it won't reflect on layer one until you finalize the head. Where is this? So you would see here that uh, after making transaction, you close the head. When you are done transacting, close the Hydra to settle funds on layer one. So once the head is closed and
Yeah, yeah.
the Cardano node can prove that okay, this transactions actually happened on Hydra, then you can
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Um, yeah, so in the meantime, say for example, in the case of Asteria, were you
fan
looking at all
out,
the
and
transactions?
after fanning out, Circle is completed.
Okay.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, no, no. So I was saying, so when you are playing Asteria on Hydra, is there like a Hydra scan where you can like check stuff going on? Like for Asteria, we were looking at Cardano
Hydra
scan a
scan,
lot, right?
yes.
Oh, so there is a Hydra scan. Oh, beautiful. Oh, this is the Hydra scan. Okay, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, cool, cool.
yeah, did it actually, yeah, but this actually doesn't do a lot of, a lot of work. I imagine it's like the Hydra scan. I think it just shows like the commit state and it's not really doing a lot of stuff.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, let me just stop sharing right now. Yeah, yeah, Tibo wanted to share something from the Discord chat.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. Go for it, Teo.
Well, I will share screen and well, I don't even know how to start it, but essentially I've been hacking together this coordination manager and just recently I now added the mesh SDK to connect with wallets. Yeah, here it already shows me the connect with Lace because it recognizes it. And I think what I'm wondering is like because all of this is implemented with like 2 or 3 prompts with using cloud.
Oh,
Essentially,
beautiful, beautiful.
I try
Is it connected to mainnet? Because I
yes,
have a feeling there'll be some vulnerability that we can exploit and take, Tivo's money.
okay, yeah, it's a
Hmm.
mainnet and you can try uh,
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
and just see what kind of it does. Right now, what it should doing is like when I make an account or like sign in account.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already logged in with this account previously, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
really. Okay, because I had an error, so it's fine. So right now, it's basically I made an account using wallet address,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, basically yeah, I need to update stuff in here. On the code side, I can show you what I did for that. Um, but there is another thing here is that I first it was like Google out enablement. So you also have option to link Google account here. I'm not gonna do it right now, but because it will merge the account. So if you have wallet account and you have a Google account and you both used both of them, then only the default settings, what you are logged in and you're like turning it in will be like when you unify these accounts will be
Yeah,
established.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so that's
Makes sense. Makes sense.
this is something that I'm working
So
on yet.
this is just for logging in, right? So you've used the Mesh SDK just for logging in, right? Or is any of the calendar functionality related to the blockchain?
For now, only logging is needed
Okay, okay,
for
got
the
it.
account. The
Got it.
idea is there that the next steps, because I wanted to kind of integrate it and see how far do I even get with that,
Mm-hmm.
is to yeah, add more of these like calendar permissions so that when we are creating calendars, for example, if in the shared calendars you check, there is only one public calendar right now where I'm actually preparing this demo application and showcasing. I would want a new feature there that I can make it public only for wallet owners so that those who don't have wallet won't be able to see it, or even more to start like giving permissions. One thing is of course just to do it in like the web 2 way. You go into settings and add somebody else's email there. But I would want that option to either use the app itself to give permissions, or I don't know how like is the best to make is like should I make like meeting tokens and then it starts reading blockchain, and if the connected wallet, let's say you make totally new account, you never used it before, but you had friends or who created events, and you first time log in, you already get all the permissions and settings by just logging in with your account first time, because the others have sent you tokens or somehow
Oh,
represented
like that. Okay. Okay. So
something
you're
on the.
using the tokens as like shared permissions. Is that
I
what you're
would like
thinking?
to. Yeah,
Okay.
that
Okay.
would I
Makes
would like.
sense. Makes sense. Huh.
Because in the end, and right now, of course, the what's more needed is because I have like AI implemented in different spaces, and that help to kind of curate announcements or I don't know, do whatever. And when I'm probably gonna add even more like AI features to that, but it will cost me money. So, and right now, like if everybody would make an AI bot, because I also want to turn another thing here is that like that you get like an API key or something that you just give it to your cloud and you tell or your own agent to fill all of this form, like, okay, coordinate the meeting for me or set the meeting up. And it pushes all the relevant information to this app because this is where the idea there is it's gonna be connected with all the different like distribution channels. Right now, only connected Discord, but I would assume it's gonna have like Slack, Twitter, the whatever is that, Reddit, YouTube, all the other options too, where you can like distribute meeting related informations or announcements. But in all of these are like somewhat costly, and it also costs to maintain the servers. And if everybody's using agents and they just suddenly like 1,000 queries come in, I'm just paying it all from myself. So I want to have some kind of like a budget at some point where people kind of deposit. I was thinking like 5 ADA, but I wouldn't like spend it every time they do it, but I would like have a paper trail of, okay, you can have like 100 or 200 queries to do stuff and or send it to thousands of people together. Because yeah, right now, if I like load members, because I'm connected with so many Discord servers, I have like 4,400 people I could send a direct message to. So in order for somebody not to use my platform to spam everybody, I would need
Oh.
rate limiting. And people can also just invite the bot to more servers and like compound the access. So yeah. So essentially I want the Cardano wallet or integration to be this permission layer and also the budget layer. So not sure how do I go about this yet, but that's the end goal. Regarding the code itself, I haven't not made it public yet, but the intention is there, and I already made like at least first go at all the like security features like, to make sure that if the code is open source, that it doesn't like give attack vectors. So obviously, but yeah, some quick files I found was this Cardano wallet integration itself. It is a bit hacked together. I think with the last edit, I updated or removed all the Helios and what else I tried? Lucid to
Lucid, yeah.
implement Cardano wallet. But yeah, I opted in using Mesh SDK because it was the least code. I didn't find any SEEP or like attempts here. I think like Mesh SDK does it in like a backend or like as a part of libraries.
Yeah.
It was more like uh, yeah, more straightforward, and they didn't run into like error problems. Um, so yeah, based on this quick information, I don't know, do you have any questions, something I can show or tell more about?
I mean, this was, I think I understood like everything. How about you guys? Do you guys have any questions, Andrew or Ahmad um um or Emmanuel?
I always look at. I like the Google integration. That looks nice.
Yeah. And if you want to play around yourself and you don't trust wallet yet, just use Google, and it will lead to the test environment. I haven't also done the what is that, full review, but just enough that I can use it. And some of the SingularityNet members have been using it. All the database are like lines are like RLV secured. So, and all like I have two servers running, actually even three, I think. One is for Discord bot, another one is for backend, another one is for front end. And okay, and then Supabase is the database. And most of like all the applications are communicating with like a secret key, which so that shouldn't be any way for somebody to hack or listen in, or they can listen in, but they will not, yeah, able to hear anything, in my assumption, or like make sense of permissions. But who knows, if there is a security expert, please hack in now before I goes more wild. Essentially, where it's coming from is that from first day, basically in Swarm and then like Catalyst, we always had trouble coordinating time, and it took so much energy. So that's why it was like I started to use when to meet, but the when to meet doesn't have any memory of any of the patterns, or like it doesn't connect to Google Calendar. So whatever we decided eventually had to be recreated in Google Meet anyway. And then sometimes I had to do it in multiple calendars. So now I can just like sync up all the Google calendars. And if we used to use Meetup too, and now it's about like integrating more and more stuff into this. But essentially, it's like you come up with when you want to meet. I can even do like suggest meeting times. It suggests 2 meeting times here, because probably, or actually 3 meeting times here, because probably there is one person who is only willing to meet at that time, and one person, or maybe more person. So it's trying to find the differences, but you can choose whatever time you want to meet. Okay, this is weird. Yeah, I need to guess create meeting time, then select meeting time, or choose one of the confirming times. Then I can add link or all the stuff here, confirm meeting, and then everybody already kind of sees that there is a meeting planned. And if I want, I can select the meeting and export to all of these calendars, or I choose
Oh, so
that
they
one.
don't like export automatically. Oh shit.
Yeah, because I don't know, like I can make like multiple meetings here in this. Like,
Oh
let's
no,
take
but
this
in so
one.
so if I have in my personal wallet, if I sorry, in my personal calendar, if I have a meeting that is kind of like conflicting with these other wallets, sorry, these other calendars, will this let me know, or should I have to export it for it to let me know?
Uh, well, the way I did it is I made these like stripe colors. I don't know if you can see it. And
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
is this is showing me all the SingularityNet meetings that overlap. If I remove it, then it doesn't show it. So I can
Oh,
use,
so you'll have to make sure all of them are clicked in when you're
yeah,
making a new meeting. Okay.
yeah. I I could make it even more visible, but yeah, that's basically before I make a meeting, I can check here if that is very, I don't want to conflict with anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Makes sense.
and
Makes
every
sense.
person sees it their own way because they have their own Google connections.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Or yeah, alternatively, if you're a new person, you can just say, hi, I already gave the link, and you can highlight the section when you can meet. You can choose multiple times. If you click the same color again, you can remove it. You say update availability, and then your availability appears here. And I can kind of select it, see what, or if one, yeah, and basically, this is another thing with this export stuff is uh, there is this distribute button I made. So if I like select this meeting and I go to distribute, then it already automatically picks all the information. I can share more information to AI to help me to draft the message. And I don't know, send it out to all of these channels. I loaded them direct messages and then just spam to everybody, or I schedule them. And then like another thing that bothers with people is that nobody wants to kind of annoy people, but everybody's fine that if we make a policy that we send announcement and like 1 hour before the meeting starts, we send another announcement, and when the meeting starts, we send another announcements, but different channels and like different scopes. You can actually schedule that ahead, think of that all at once, and then you just wait and see what happens.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And yeah, you of course can make templates if you're like a heavy coordinator. So yeah, over time, I'm like